Hey guys, welcome back to Dipswitch Demos. My name is Jackson and today we are checking out the Tate FX Sirens Scream. The newest pedal offering from my good friend Stuart Tate of Tate FX. I've pretty much demoed every single Tate FX pedal, I think now. He was also actually the first person to send me a pedal to demo when I first started out. We kind of started doing stuff at the same sort of time, so we go way back, and I always get excited to hear about his new projects. The Sirens Scream is almost to me, it feels like a Mark II version of one of his previous pedals, the Brexit Means Brexit, or the BMB, which I think he eventually called it. And while that was still a great pedal, I think he's learnt so much when it comes to building pedals and overdrives and fuzz especially, and he's kind of put everything he's learnt through over those years into this new design of that similar sort of sound. If you didn't know, that Brexit Means Brexit was sort of a super hot-rodded rap type thing, and this is sort of going after the same sort of thing. We have a medium to high gain overdrive that gets into sort of fuzzy textures and territories when you really crank the gain knob. Controls are super simple to get your head round. We have gain, volume and tone. We all know what that does. But we also have a nice three-way position clipping switch. To the left we have silicon clipping diodes. To the right we have LED clipping diodes. And in the middle we have none at all, so it really opens up the pedal. You get much more volume in the middle as well and a lot less compression. To the left in the silicon that's where you kind of get much more of the fuzzy sounds going on. It's much more compressed. It's also slightly lower volume, so you do have to crank the volume a bit to kind of match the volumes. But I think the silicon's probably my favourite. It sort of sags a bit and feels really compressed. It's a really nice thing going on. Like I said, it's closer to fuzz maybe. And then in the LED position, it's sort of maybe closer to an overdrive pedal, slightly more open sounding than the silicon, but still quite compressed compared to the no LEDs at all. This pedal is going to be great for you rock guys, especially if you're in sort of a 2 or 3 guitar rock band, for example. This pedal has quite an aggressive mid-range that is going to really help you cut through in those mixes and help you get heard. So tones wise today, I'm going to play my Music Man Cutlass HSS so we can get the best of both worlds, humbuckers and single coils. Going into my Victory V40 set up clean but also quite loud, and then going into the Boss Waza tube amp expander, which is where all the reverb's coming from. There's also emulating a 212 cab mic'd up with a ribbon and an SM57. Going to my audio interface, Universal Audio Apollo Solo, and then into Logic, and that's what you're hearing. Thanks guys for checking out the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and maybe check out some more videos. Also, if you want to support me and the channel a little further, there's some links down below to my Patreon and things like that. Would really appreciate the extra support. And that's all from me today. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.